up, my friends? How are you guys doing today? I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. You had good food, had good drink, saw beautiful people. You know what I'm saying? I hope you had the best time of your life. I hope today you're doing great, guys. And thanks so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day and hanging out with me and talking about some movies. Today, guys, we are talking about a movie from 2024 called The Waves of Madness. So this is a special little treat. Before we get into it, hit that like and subscribe button for me. This is directed by Jason Trost. Okay, and this was it was one of those movies that, you know, how you do, how everybody does. You just sitting there, you're scrolling through your streaming and you're looking for something to watch. And, you know, you're looking for anything that kind of piques your interest, you know? And so when I kind of scrolled past this, I said, oh, the box art looks cool. Okay, let me see what it's about. So then I started reading up on what it was. And this is apparently the first side-scrolling film. Now, for any of you who don't know what a side-scroller is, that is a video game term for when it's not open world, it's not 3D, you go from left to right and vice versa across the screen. That is how this movie is shot. And guys, it is very, very unique. I'm coming and sharing this with you. I'm coming to tell you about this because I found it a breath of fresh air to see a movie that was willing to take chances, especially this Mr. Jason Trost. I look forward to seeing what else he can do in the cinematic world, in the cinematic universe. Can he get a major motion picture and sitcoms deal, baby? I mean, can he do all that? And I think yes, because when I'm looking at this guy's work and I'm watching The Waves of Madness, this was something that I had not seen before. We have basically, it's a Cthulhu story, you know, as any good horror aficionado would rely on, I suppose. It's kind of a Cthulhu story, one of the old gods. It's a story about, there's this cruise ship, kind of goes off course, winds up awakening an ancient deity. Deity kind of starts taking over people on the ship. Special agent XYZ is going there to check it out, and the film ensues from there. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of, there's no real gore, there's no real cinematography, but what makes it unique is from side to side. So we're starting off and he's talking to someone and it's, you know, profile shots, but then say there's like something going on, they'll step forward in the frame and backwards in the frame to give it depth. But they never ever do like an above shot. You know, everything is side scrolling. And I thought that was one of the coolest film techniques I've ever seen, because it's not like he wasn't telling a disconjointed, discombobulated story. It was very concise and it flowed well. The writing was, you know, appropriate. It didn't seem superfluous. It didn't seem like a lot of it was filler. And the thing is, the film's not super long. It's like maybe $1.25. It is, you know, it's very self-contained. There's not a lot of juxtaposition and all that, which I dig. The story is, I say deep, but for what it is, it's deep. It's very, it's well thought out, well planned, well, I guess, storyboarded, you know, for going side to side. But then we have, you know, other characters that we meet along the way. It felt very much like I was watching like an old PlayStation video game, like a Resident Evil or something like that, but it was black and white, side-scrolling, and like, for instance, our monsters and stuff, there's some scenes that are hand-drawn that I thought looked really well. There are scenes that are, you know, has a lot going on in it. You kind of have to really pay attention. And I thought that was cool because of, again, there's no cinematography to speak of. Everything is right there in front of you. So if you're having action going on, it has to fit within that left to right criteria. So if he's running from a zombie or running from a monster, he's running to the left or he's running to the right. And then if, say, he goes, you know, oh, here's the door, he'll open the door and he'll go into the next scene, but it is like a transfer. It's very, very cool, guys. I really, really enjoyed this movie, especially for it being as cheap as it was. I think I rented it for like $2.99 or something, and I was super, super impressed. this guy, Jason Trost, he plays the agent in this as well. So he's the director and he stars in it. And he wrote it, and he did post-production. I mean, he did the whole thing himself, and this is a heck of a movie for someone to make themselves. It is a genius idea. It is a brilliant, it was brilliantly made. It was masterfully made. And I'm sure the budget was not some crazy multi-million-dollar budget. Like, the dude made this in his basement, in his garage, with the help of some friends, and probably 50 grand. I mean, but he made something that if I was a producer, if I said, hey, I'm going to give you money to make a movie, I'd give him money to make this movie, but make it real. Or since it's so unique, I would give him the money to make this film on a major motion picture level and see how that translates. And it may be a flop because some people are like, what am I watching? But we got stuff like Hardcore Henry floating around out there that's nothing but a first-person shooter in a movie. It makes you sick to even watch it. Everything's moving so quick. So if they'll make Hardcore Henry, I'd love to see this given the major motion picture treatment and have some real money behind it, a real studio behind it, real actors, and see what they could do with this side-scrolling concept. This is definitely something you guys should look out for if you can find it streaming. Like I said, I rented it. If you don't feel like spending a little bit of coin to rent it, that's cool. I understand. You know, times is tough. So check it out if you can. If you want to rent it, awesome. Throw a little money towards the dude to support his filmmaking career. That's, you know, that's what we're here to do, right? We're here to support each other for our careers. If it's something that's good and it is worth talking about, it should be purchased. You know what I'm saying? So if you can find it streaming, fantastic. If not, it's worth your rental money. If you don't feel like renting it, that's cool too. Wait for it on a streamer. But that's it for the Waves of Madness, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and talking about this for a little while. And as always, I'm going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. Peace out. Hit that like and subscribe button on the way out. God bless you, and I'll see you soon.